Welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I am your host, Dr. Yukon Suck It. Because you can suck it. Or something like that. Anyways, I am broadcasting today from my hidden underground headquarters deep underneath the Arctic ice shelf. And I am playing and bringing to you a deck called Boros Burn. Why? Because Boros Burn is the S-class deck this week. And so normally I try to stay away from these ones, but you know, I haven't played a good Boros deck in a while. I figured, you know, let's show everyone what they look like so that we can put this one to bed, and I don't want to say never have to play it again, because I gotta tell you, I'm a big fan of Boros. Love Boros. I just hate super popular decks. So, and that's just my hang up. So it deserves all the credit it should get. Now, let's take a look at what's in it. Maybe we can figure out what makes it so good. According to, what am I looking at here? Untapped GG, Boros Burn has a, now I'm just struggling to get back to where I was at. Boros Burn has this particular deck has a win rate of 62.9%. I mean, that is fantastic. Of like 46,000 matches. Now that means you're going to win, you know, 2 out of every 3. And we'll play 3. Let's see how that works, okay? So at the low end, we've got Hopeful Initiate. And, you know, Hopeful Initiate's in a lot of things right now. What's nice about him is that he's a grower, right? Not a shower. When he comes out, he's a 1/2 for 1. That's pretty awesome for white. He's got his big old 2 butt, right? But he's got training, meaning that when he attacks with a creature with a greater power, he gets a +1 counter. And the great thing about those +1 counters is that you can remove them to act as a disenchant. So he's got a lot of utility as well. So this guy is pretty awesome, and he's been making the rounds right now. And he'll be around, it looks like, for quite a while, since he just came out in the Vampire set a couple of rounds ago. Like, I think he'll make it through the rotation. Then we got Kumano faces Kakkazan. And this thing does a point of damage when it comes into play to each opponent and each planeswalker they control. At which time point, then on the next turn, because this is a saga, any creature you cast will get an additional +1/+1 counter. Or I should say, the next creature you cast will get a +1/+1 counter. And on the third turn, you get a hasty 2/2. And any creature dealt damage this turn by a source you control would die. Exile it instead. Whatever. I mean, it's an okay utility card. It's nice having a hasty 2/2. We got Play with Fire, which does 2 points of damage for 1 red mana. And if you deal to a player, you get to scry as well. So it gives you a little bit of information, which is pretty good. We got the Luminarch Aspirant, who is getting old in her years, but she will pump at least one of your creatures up by a +1/+1 counter at the beginning of combat. Valorous Stance is white removal. We got Destroy Target Creature with a toughness of 4 or greater. Those are usually the guys you want to get rid of. Or one of your dudes gets indestructible until the end of the turn. We got Bloodthirsty Adversary, which is a 2/2 for 2. If you have the ability to put out 5, you can mess around with a lot of other stuff there. As far as pulling instants and sorceries out of graveyards and paying them, using them without paying their costs, it's all great. You just got to have a bunch of mana to be able to use her that way. But otherwise, you got a hasty 2/2. We got Roil Eruption, which does 3 points of damage. If you can kick it, which will cost you 7, you'll do 5 points of damage. That is a ton, and I'm not even sure if you really want to waste your mana that way. But I guess you got a lot of mana in desperate times, why not, right? Brutal Cathar, there's a little bit more white control, because when he comes into play, you get to exile target creature and opponent controls until this guy leaves the battlefield. Of course, that makes him a huge target. But every time he transforms, he also gets to take a dude too, and he doesn't lose the other guy. And let's see, he has first strike in a 3/3 and ward, where they have to pay 3 life to be able to kill him when he becomes a werewolf, which is pretty sweet. Sunrise Cavalier. This card's been out for a while, but yet we didn't see it until, no one ever played it. Nobody ever played this one that I'm aware of until like the last 2 weeks. That's what it feels like to me, at least. Trample Haste 3/3 for 3. Pretty good. If it's neither day or night, it becomes day as Sunrise Cavalier enters the battlefield. Whenever day becomes night or night becomes day, you put a +1/+1 counter on it. So it's all about that werewolf mechanic as far as turning things day and night and day. And this one gets a lot of pluses based on it. But really, I mean, in Boros land, it's all about Trample Haste. Trample Haste, right? I mean, they love all of those little things. First strike. Trying to think of anything else that they love. Trample, haste, first strike. Sometimes I don't think they're super hot on giving +1 counters, but they'll take them. They'll take them if they can get them. We got Thundering Raiju. I mean, this guy wants to be Boros because he's got haste. Whenever he attacks, you put a +1 counter on target creature. Thunder Raiju deals X damage to each opponent, where X is the number of modified creatures you control other than this. So, yeah, you want to pass that +1 counter around to other creatures because that increases his judo chop, his extra ability that he pulls off there. That's some sort of, is his arm, or is he attacking, again, attacked by like a crocodile in the bottom left-hand corner there? I don't know. I'll have to look at that more in the future, I suppose. So that's your creatures. It's creature heavy. It's aggro, man. Aggro. And then we've got Eiganjo, which does 4 damage to attacking or blocking creature. And you can use it for a white land. We got a bunch of white land. We got 2 man lands. We got this guy that puts out a couple of spirits. We've got a semi. Let's see. This is the reveal land, so it's semi-fast. And we got fast dual land to a certain degree. So, anyways, that's your whole makeup there. We got nothing in the sideboard. Let's take it out and see how well it does. Subscribe. All right, we're playing against Father Time. That dude's supposed to be old. His beard's not long enough. And we got 3 mana, a bunch of cheap stuff, so we're playing it. Play, play, play. Keep. Alright, we'll start off with the Kumano. This thing is going to cost me 1 additional, which means I can kill on the next turn. Promise he comes back. Next way we're playing against white aggro. Super. Alright, we're going to do Bugbear. We're going to shoot that guy. Yes. Yeah. Alright, because we're going second, we're playing against a fellow aggro deck, we are going to lose. All I can do is deny him his dudes and hope for the best here. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and we'll play this. We'll go ahead and show that, because why not? We will do 3. Oh, I can't do it. He's already too big for me there. Alright, Sunrise Cavalier. Oh! All attack. So I gotta get 7 now to be able to kill him, to shoot him out of the air. Or some other card. Nothing you could do is going to be too expensive for me to play, so it's not that big of a deal. Alright, fast aggro against fast aggro. Going second, it's not gonna. There we go. There's what we're looking for. Right here. But you could just put it on your other dude, right? Except for... What other dude? I don't know what you're talking about. All attack! Alright. So of course he's got more dudes. Well, there goes our dude. Oh yeah! Haha, here we go. Let's put it down as a red. Do I have enough? I certainly do. Yes! Suck it, Father Time! Suck it! Subscribe. Alright, playing against, what is this? Mischiefman. Alright, Mischiefman. Nice to meet you, ma'am. Let's keep it. 3 mana. We got a little play with fire action there. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put down the red just in case. We want to kill what's coming up next. We're playing here black. Okay, so my creatures are going to get killed. That's all they're waiting for, is me to start putting things down so they can kill it. Let's start off. Let's give them something to shoot. interesting. Okay, let's show it just in case we need it. 3 mana will get us that. We'll blow through. Yeah, let's just do it. Here we come. Block it with your big old dwarfy butt. Our pal Mischiefman can't afford a pet. Can't afford any sleeves, so hopefully they'll do okay because they need some money. We go. Let's show what we got. We will Thundering Raiju for 4. Wow, like he wanted his own dude dead? That's kind of weird. Maybe it's because he's planning on just, he doesn't have the mana for destroying everything. I'll take that action. I know I'm flooding the board. It might be a mistake. Let's see. Let's go ahead and take it up. All attack! Okay, and there we go. I didn't even know we were that close to killing him. I don't think he knew either. Otherwise, he would have blocked. Subscribe. Okay, we're playing against Serx. Serx. As in, this Serx, man. Alright, so we got 2 mana. Wait, whatever. 2 mana is fine for this deck. I don't know what I'm whining about. Alright, so this deck has a 62.9% win rate. Well, we've won 2 games in a row. So this is our loss round. We're going first, though. There's a strong chance that we can win this one. Alright, I'm putting out the Bloodthirsty just so we can get the training started. Four mana, or 4 life. And we'll be able to pump up and one more next turn with the Sunrise Cavalier. What are we going to get rid of here? Kumano. Okay, I'm going to red it. We're going to go to the Cavalier. We're going to come in on attacks. Got him down to 8. Does this do any target? Yeah, it does. Good game, huh? Alright, good game. There we go. Subscribe. Alright, playing against Volfa. People are just making these names up now. I don't... What's going on? What's a Volfa? Alright, we'll keep it. Not a lot of entry-level stuff. I mean, we could play with fire a couple times. Brutal Cathar, Sunrise Cavalier, turn 3. Seems a little slow. Yeah, no, we won those first 3 so quickly that I figured now we got to get another game in here. Alright, there we are. blue. Can't let them get too far ahead here. Or to catch up, because we need to be doing damage now is the problem. Simic, I'm sure they're playing some sort of... I'm just going to shoot. Another one, huh? And it's hard to pass that up. Alright, Sunrise Cavalier. Hasty 3-3. Snag! Not Slow Gurk the Overslime. He was my favorite. Alright, so we got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in direct damage we could do with our spells alone. There's another Overslime. Who's gonna have to go the same way. Stop gaining life, it's against the rules. Okay, we got him down to 9. So I can only cast 2 of my spells, which means I have a total of 5 points of damage I can deal. Which means as long as I can deal 4 points of damage on the next turn with creatures, we win. This guy's busy just... I could go for a... let me just not let this go to waste. There's 2. There's 1. I'll keep it. Alright, I think we got him. That's 7 right there. Unfortunately, now you can block. That's not great. You taking back your another Overslime, huh? That was a nice trick. Anyways, I'm going to get him down to 5, which is all that matters. Unless he gains life some stupid how. And 2. Done! Winner, winner, victory dinner! Subscribe. Alright, so this deck is like your first time having sex. It's really awesome, but it's over way too quickly. So the deal is that, yeah, it's fast. This thing is super fast. And between your direct damage and your creatures, you're going to town on people. So I can see why they're calling it a burn, because you're just burning through them. Now they got to get lucky. They got to have some control early on. Maybe they have to have some creatures with some big old butts, like the time that they had that that dwarf out there that I couldn't get through too quickly. But still, I burned through him pretty well as well. So yeah, this thing just took down 4 people, one after another, like it was nothing. And I know I fought against this one, and it's beat me too. So yeah, this deck is incredibly good. What was the great thing? I mean, it's hard to say that Sunrise Cavalier is all that great. I mean, it's a trample hasty 3/3. So what? But still, it is like the biggest, you know, I guess you could say that Thundering Raiju is kind of the biggest beef. The problem is he's just a hasty 3/3 as well. The good thing is that he's sharing the love and passing things out. One thing that's nice about Brutal Cathar in this deck It's just that, you know, he's a target, but by the time he comes out and he's pinning people down, there's not much else they can do. They're practically dead already. So, you know, in this last game, they were able to like kill them, get back their dude, block another guy, get back their other dude. So they basically managed to get 2 Cathars out of the way and get 2 dudes back at the same time. But luckily, though, my hand was chock full of the ability to kill them otherwise, and that's all that mattered. Yeah, I mean, none of these cards are particularly super great, but you put them all together and they're so fast. I mean, I bet you might be able to tinker this a little bit more, but I mean, this is the deck that everybody's playing right now. This might be the pinnacle, right, of just like that aggro burn situation. So, yeah, I mean, okay. So let me rate it here. Now, the deal is it competitive? Absolutely. If you're saying what is competitive, this is the deck that you were measuring it against right now. This is the quintessential competitive deck that's out there. And then, is it fun? Yeah, like I said, it's fun except for the fact that it's over way too quickly. Either you're going to beat them, and you're going to beat them a lot, like by turn 4, or you're going to die pretty quickly, and then it'll be over. So there's not as much judo, there's not as much control, there's not as much like feeling like you've been fighting and playing. So I'm going to choke it back just because that fun quotient isn't there. Does it have a theme? No, it doesn't really have a theme. I mean, the only theme I can kind of give to it, I mean, this is the one that kills me. She is definitely not Boros. Boros people don't look like that. She's Boros like crazy. I'm willing to give it to this person here. That guy, yeah, he could be Boros. She's definitely Boros. That guy, a little too clericy to be a Boros dude. But still, I'm willing to give it. But she is, oh. I'm trying to say, if you make it so it's not a vampire, and you change the art on it a little bit, and you make it more about some sort of like battle wizard or something, all right, this could be Boros. I can see I could twist it around. All right, so yeah, theme-wise, I would like this to be a little bit more Borosy, which needs to be more like the Sunrise Cavalier, because she is 100% stinking Boros right there. Except for a lot of times they wouldn't want to be on horses; they'd want to be on, you know, flying pterodactyl things, like Petrodons or something, right? That's Boros, man, back from the good old days. All right, so anyways, here's Boros Burn. I thought it was pretty good. But stay away from it, okay? Because this is the kind of deck that ruins Magic cards for everybody else. Everybody else just wants to play. You just want to play, man. You can't play with this deck. You either have to kill it or be killed as quickly as possible, and that's it. So for those people that like to have 5-minute games, you know, maybe even 10-minute games, stay away from this, and please don't abuse this deck too much. It's crack. Enjoy yourselves. That's it for now. If you like this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. See you next time. Later.